The goal for this program is really to allow you to put together and execute a social networking campaign. We're going to talk about 5 major tools to do that. There's a lot of social networking sites out in the world. They're just everywhere. They're all over the place. As time goes on, some are going to become more important, some are going to become less important. That's just the way it is. And as you go forward, you can find out what works for you, and you can actually tune this in and get the social networking campaign working for you. What you're really after is to literally form a relationship with people. And there's good news surrounding that, and there's bad news surrounding that. The bad news is that no one really cares about your website. They don't care about my website. They don't care about your business. The good news is you can make everyone care about you and your website and your business by putting strong, substantive information out on the web. If you give people a reason to follow you, to come to your website, come to your blog, people will do that. They will follow you. And the really good news is you don't need to do all the writing. You can use other people's content. You can do it legally. You're not going to plagiarize or steal or do anything that's wrong. You may find an article that's perfect for your business. Well, you can take the article, you can get the web address, put it on your blog, or you can tweet the web address, put in some information from yourself, from your own background and your own point of view. And when you put this out in the world, other people that are in your similar business will look at that and be interested in it, and they will start following it. After a while, you start developing a relationship with people, and hopefully you're going to start doing business with those people. What you want to do ultimately is drive people to your website. Your website is kind of the crown jewel in your social networking campaign. It's the one place that you can send people where everything about you and your business exists. If you get someone to your website, hopefully at that point they will take a look at your website, and they've seen other things that you've been doing, and then they're going to contact you and hopefully do business with you. That's the whole point of this whole thing, is to increase all of our business. Speaking of businesses, there's 4 or 5 people that I would like to thank. They're going to let me refer to them. People Development, my good friend Steve. CTC Infrared, Bill. Bill and I used to do infrared a long time ago in another life. So it gets to be interesting when I get to talk to another infrared person. Your Hidden Muse, Bess, thank you very much. And Brown Sugar, Dottie Cannon, she's a caterer. Have any of you ever been to anything that Dottie has catered? Really delicious food. When I think of Dottie, I have this, kind of ongoing fantasy, about stealing her refrigerator. I just can't imagine. It must be. I can just see the police come running in now, guns drawn, and there I am, just let me finish this cheesecake, and, pass me those strawberries. So those 5 people are going to let me refer to their businesses. Have any of you ever done any writing? You ever had writer's block? Ever sat down and you look at the computer, and the computer looks back, and you look at the computer? I have the solution for that. If you do this, you'll never have writer's block, I guarantee it. If you have writer's block, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. Start writing about anything, it doesn't matter what. You can write about your schedule, you can write your laundry list, you can write what you have to do today. It doesn't matter. By the end of 3 sentences, definitely at the end of 4 sentences, you will be writing the material that you want to write. Then you throw away the first 4 sentences, and you're off and running. Now that works. I've done a lot of writing for a long time. I've never had writer's block, because you just sit down and start writing, and it doesn't matter what you want. Your mind is going, and pretty soon you start to churn out usable material. That works, guarantee it. If at all possible, do your writing in a high-end word processor. Word is good. WordPerfect is my favorite, but that's another story. Any high-end word processor where you're going to have access to a dictionary and thesaurus and spell check and all that stuff, then you can cut and paste it and put it in your blog, or you can cut and paste it and put it somewhere else. That works. Works out. Before we talk about social networking, are you all on Google Local? How many is on Google Local? How many know what Google Local is? Google Local is. If you go to Google and in their search panel, put in Google Local and hit the enter key.
Local?
It will,
L-O-C-A-L?
L-O-C-A-L. Yep, local like local neighborhood.
Okay.
Get your business listed on Google Local. You can pick up a free account at Google. Google has lots of fantastic tools. You can use them all for nothing, no charge. They got a fantastic calendar. You can get a free blog, all sorts of really good things. You get a Gmail account if you want another email account. All available at no out-of-pocket expense. Of course, you got a couple $1,000 worth of computer stuff, $1 trillion worth of internet, so when it's not really free, but it's not going to cost you any additional money. How many of you use an email signature on every email you send out? Excellent. Okay. Email signature you can set up in your email software. If you use something like Yahoo or Gmail now, some of these will allow you to set up a signature, some won't. If you're using software that doesn't allow it, you can write up an email signature in your word processor, save it on your hard drive somewhere. Whenever you send out an email, you simply cut and paste it and put it into the bottom of your emails. Put your name, company name, website, email address, pertinent information that anyone wanting to get a hold of you would need. And every email you send out will have that that information in the email. Very good thing to do. Craigslist. You folks have an ad on Craigslist? Craigslist is a good thing to do. Go to Craigslist.com. The site is probably 10 years old. It's never been modernized. I hope they never modernize it. It works very nicely the way it does. They've got thousands and thousands of followers. You can go to the Connecticut area. You can pick Hartford or Eastern Connecticut or Central Connecticut. Put in an ad. There's no charge. And you will have thousands of people who can potentially see your ad. The tools that we're going to talk about today are Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and the blog. The young lady over on the right is making a video of this. This lecture is going to be on YouTube. When you make a YouTube account, make it in your business name and load it up with keywords. When you title your video, ask yourself, if I was looking for this video, what words would I type into Google? Those are the words you want in the title of the video. You want to make everything easy to find. Don't worry if your videos aren't professional. Not a problem. This is a very low-end video camera. You don't need a high-end camera to make a YouTube video. It's more important that you get out on YouTube. Videos that are 2 or 3 minutes long are fine. There are cameras on the market you can get for $200 that have a USB plug. This is a little USB memory chip, just so you know what. When I say USB plug, you all know what I'm referring to. The USB plug folds out of the camera. You plug the camera into the computer. You run the video into your computer. It even comes with a kind of an editing suite. I don't know how good it is. The camera and the software and everything are about $200, so it's not a lot of money. But it does come with an editing suite. You can edit your video, you can put some titles on it and some introduction to it, and you can be on YouTube in no time. Very little, lot of pocket expense, and you can do your business and yourself a really lot of good on YouTube. If you ever go to YouTube, search for your field. Obviously, if you search for your company, you may not be there yet, but if you are an accountant, search for accounting. If you want information on social networking, search for that. Page 3 in your handout has about a half a dozen YouTube videos in it. Some of them are related to business, some of them are related to social networking. All of them, I thought, would be something that would be worthwhile looking at. Seth Godin is there. He's a guru of marketing and that sort of thing. You can get a lot of mileage out of YouTube.